Hi guys, welcome to the Honest Perfume Reviewer. Today I'd like to share with you a few thoughts on the Coffee Break collection from Xerjoff. It's a collection of 3 fragrances. Golden Dallah is perhaps the most spoken about. I know that's quite hyped and very popular. And then there are 2 other ones that you don't hear so much about, at least that's my impression. Golden Green and Golden Moka. And when I was in Warsaw on vacation, I went to this really wonderful perfumery. They had like over 90 niche houses in their store, and great service and everything. So check that out if you're in Poland and in Warsaw, because that was an incredible experience. They had so they gave me first. I have an original sample of Golden Green. And then they make these little kind of samples that they make in the store of Golden Moka. And I've had a decant of Golden Dallah earlier, and I actually ended up passing it on, although it really smells good. And I think it's because I find it like it smells good, but it's not wearable. It's kind of like one of those fragrances that I like to stand and sniff and just kind of enjoy how it's made, but I don't want to smell of it. Because and I think something about Golden Dallah is actually, it lacks something to my nose. It's like to my nose, all base notes. I mean, it does list like exotic spices in the top, I think, maybe nutmeg, cardamom, that kind of fragrances, things that you would probably, I don't know, dark. I find these anyway, dark, these notes. So it has like tonka, oud, woods. Let's see, I have an incense. It does have rose. I mean, but that still can be kind of base. That can be it's kind of a dark rose. There's nothing like uplifting about it, and has cacao and a hazelnut. And the hazelnut I don't pick up on at all, actually. It's not very nutty to my nose, but it's kind of like nutmeggy. I just knew I would never wear it. And these fragrances are quite pricey. They're brown bottles, and they come, I think, only in 50 ml. I'm not quite sure, but they retail for about $250, and that's quite a high price, I think. Not saying that they're not good quality. I believe that they are very good quality. Okay, the next one, Golden Green, I wore on the trip a fair bit and really kind of got to know this fragrance, and I've worn it again, and I've just decided it's too masculine for me. I've started to enjoy coffee and fragrances, and all these 3, I mean, have coffee as a note listed. But I think this one is not interesting to me because it just leans too masculine. It has kind of a strong, I think this is what it is anyway. It has incense, and incense I don't mind, but vetiver and leather quite strong, makes it really heavy. And then it has the note of cypriol oil, or also known as nagarmotha. And if you kind of look into what that actually smells like, it's described as a powerful, earthy, aromatic, woody fragrance. And I think that the aromaticness of it makes it kind of masculine, and maybe that is what makes it green. It's also supposed to have ambergris, which I usually like in fragrance, but this one just didn't do it for me. It also has nutmeg, which can be quite tricky in fragrances to my nose, and also juniper berry, which I also find kind of a masculine note. So I'm going to be passing that on. I know I have a friend that really likes this one. He says the opening is a little challenging, but it dries down to become a really wonderful, cozy fragrance. But I did give it another try with those words in mind, and it is just not for me. But I do love the third one, Golden Moka. It's spelled M-O-K-A. And I think the reason is when you first spray it, I mean, Xerjoff has some fragrances that have incredible openings with fruit. They do that really well. I'm going to make a separate video only on fantastic openings. Some of them last, some of them don't. But like, if you're familiar with Opera from Xerjoff, comes in a black kind of fuzzy velvety bottle. This is citrus in the top. It has like all different citrus notes. Like I think it's, let's see, blood orange, citruses. It says lemon and mandarin orange. And it's kind of, I mean, Erba Pura, I think is also has like a great fruity opening. I had to get rid of that though because it was so strong, and there's something in that fragrance that doesn't really work for me. And I know that it's a polarizing scent as well, but this one, somehow, I think it's very surprising that like all these kind of like citrusy notes go together with coffee and oud, because this has oud, this has rose and incense and labdanum, and it has green notes. And I just think it's blended so beautifully. And that opening just kind of like is just kind of like opera is the same. Like you just kind of blown away by the opening. It's like fireworks. Wow. But I like the dry down of it as well. So this might very well be full bottle for me, Golden Mocha. But these fragrances are so darn expensive. Okay, I hear someone coming home, and I better round this off, otherwise I'll be bothered in this video. Those were my thoughts on this coffee break collection.